Hello everybody and welcome back to Planet Zoo. And you might be wondering, why is there snow, grass and tropical trees? This is basically a look back on Planet Zoo's history in regards to DLC. So let's start where it all began with the Arctic Pack. Arctic Pack released in December of 2019, the month after Planet Zoo's release, giving players two, and in some cases you could say all four, highly requested Arctic animals, except the muskox and the walrus, but walrus wouldn't have been possible at that time. But you know what I mean. Like we got the polar bear, we got the reindeer, the Dall sheep, and the Arctic, and I was about to say Arctic fox, Arctic wolf. So first up, oh geez, that's yeah. So we got the Dall sheep, great detail on the horns. And yeah, the first sheep we ever got in Planet Zoo. And one of the only ones we got, because I think the Alpine Ibex is the only other one. There's the big fella, just chilling on the snow, and our little lambs. Yeah, the first DLC was certainly one of the better ones to start with, as it gave us a better looking wolf, in my opinion. It may not resonate with everyone else, but this Arctic wolf personally looks a lot better than the timber wolf. But hey, that's just my personal feedback and my opinion on the timber wolf. But in terms of the detail and great look, the Arctic wolf wins in that regard. Yeah, it's certainly a pretty looking animal. Oh wait, okay, that's a bit above the ground. Okay, didn't notice that. Might as well fix that. Sink that down. And then we have the next two habitats, which have the reindeer. There you go. Oh, oh, is that? Oh, I thought that. Oh, for a second, I thought that was like the new variant that has been added, like the pale reindeer. I thought that was it for a second, but no, it looks like every one of them looks like that. Yeah, look at them. Very lovely looking animals, and this is also above the ground. This is what I don't like about the taiga biome, is that it's always hilly, and when you play something, it's always going to be above the ground in some way. And we've got the polar bears too. So we've got, I think this is the female, right? Yep. And down in the water, we got the baby, and the big male. Man, he looks like an absolute wrestler. He is huge, he's muscly. And so, moving on from the Arctic Pack, we come to the oh jeez, the gold path really does reflect well. The South America Pack, which released in April of 2020. So this contained 5 animals, I mean. Setting the stage for what is the template for future DLCs, particularly the scenery DLCs. I don't want to have to go around fixing all these. Okay, I'm just going to ignore them. Yeah, so we got the giant anteater. Probably my favorite animal in the pack, because I love giant anteaters. They are absolutely sensational animals. Across from them, we have the red-eyed tree frog. Oh, there's one. Oh, and there's one here too. Got a fair few here. But if I can get... Wait, why is its eye yellow? Okay. Antonia. Okay, there we go. There's the beautiful red eyes of the red-eyed tree frog. Absolutely iconic frog species. And probably my favorite frog that we've gotten in the DLCs. Because of that recognizability. Next we have the flagship of the pack, the jaguar. Where are they? Oh, there we go. There's one of the cubs, if not the cub. And I believe this is... Oh, that is the male. Okay, I thought it was going to be the female. And there's another cub. Oh wait, no, that's not a cub. That's the mother. yeah. Size matters not, I guess. Then we also have the llama. Yep, probably the least expected of the picks, and I just realized I glossed over the Colombian white-faced capuchin monkey. Longest name in the game still. Don't know if anything's ever going to beat it, to be honest. It is a very long title. Yeah. And it is the only New World monkey we have currently, but hopefully in the future we will get more. It's got llamas. Now, probably one of my personal favorites from 2020, not biased at all, was the Australia pack. In this pack we got many animals that are from my home continent. And yeah, I've seen every single one of them in real life. And they are absolutely as beautiful as I've seen them in real life. Like, we've got the dingo, the little puppy here. There's the adults. Yeah. Dingo is Australia's iconic wild dog. People did want the Tassie Devil instead. And I mean, I'd love the dingo, but even I can agree that Tassie Devil then would probably have been a better choice. But I'm glad we got the dingo anyway, because dingoes are one of my favourite Australian animals. And yeah, got dingo. We also got the eastern blue-tongued lizard. A common acquaintance of mine. There's one. And there's the other one. Actually, no, they've been breeding, haven't they? So we got more than that. Yeah. They almost look like western blue tongues, but it's fine. Then we have the red kangaroo. Certainly most people's favourite from the pack. As an iconic Australian species. And Little Joey's. And the Australia pack also marked a new revolutionary, somewhat. Well, let's just say a unique animation for a group of unique mammals. So the marsupials in the game, so the red kangaroo, the koala, and the common wombat, and the redneck wallaby, their young all come out of a pouch, and yeah, that is an exceptional detail that I never thought was going to happen. I thought it was just going to be like all the other animals. But they knocked it out of the park, and I'm so glad they did. Love the Australia pack. Really do. We got the southern cassowary as well. Absolutely sensational looking bird. One of the best made animals in the game. Hands down. Looks just like the real thing. Look at you. Living dinosaur. And oh, I thought this was just a patch of forest I put there. No, we also got the koala. And yeah, you can't really have an Australia pack without the koala. Probably most people's favourite animal from Australia. Personally, mine's a Tassie Devil, but hey, for you koala people out there, I'm sure this pack was well worth it for you guys. And I do love how they cling to trees. And that they gave them their double thumb. So, like, koalas have a fused thumb. Well, fused two fingers. And those are technically thumbs. Basically. Yeah, look at that. Koala is also very well made. I just wish it spent a lot more time in the trees. So how this is going to work, we're going to go through the scenery packs and then go to the animal packs. Just going to check how long we've been going for. Oh, only 9 minutes, that's fine. Got plenty of time. Aquatic pack, probably my favourite DLC from 2020. It was revolutionary, having animals underwater. Diamondback terrapin, our first turtle. And no, Galapagos giant tortoises and Aldabra tortoises are not turtles, they are tortoises. There are differences between turtles and tortoises, you can look them up, I don't want to have to explain them in this video. We also were gifted the giant river otter, or just giant otter. Yeah, I was really wanting this in the game. Asian small-clawed otter did come later, and we still would like the sea otter, but the giant otter was certainly an animal I really wanted to see in the game because it is so unique. And I'm so glad we got it. We got otters, penguins, and seals in the same pack. Like, what more could you want? And speaking of penguins, my colony of king penguins, all here. I really, I wish I had the game on play this whole time now. Look at them swimming around. And on land, it's no different. Oh, I love king penguin noises. They are so cool. Yeah, definitely the best penguin they could have added, I think. It looks very close to the emperor, and emperors aren't really too common in captivity anyway, so next best thing, the king penguin, the second largest. And it also gives us our first Antarctic animal. Probably most people's lowest ranked animal in the pack, oh well, probably above the diamondback terrapin, is the Cuvier's dwarf caiman. The smallest crocodilian we have in the game, and one of the smallest in the world, but hyper detailed. Like, look at that. I could say that I actually like it over the grey seal because I like the California sea lion more than the grey seal, but that's just me. People could like the grey seal more. And speak of the grey seal, let's see. Yep, we got them underwater. Yeah. Oh wow, there's lots of them here. Oh, the baby's trying to swim. Why can't the baby seal swim? They eventually have to. They can't stay on land the whole time. I mean, the baby sea lions even swim underwater. So if sea lion babies can be really small and swim, I imagine true seal pups would be the same. I also love this animation of them just floating at the top. Like they've got a float ring around them, around their neck. Like walruses do that. Africa pack. Yeah, this one really did it. Gave us some of the most requested animals in the game. Not really this one though. A dung beetle. Don't know how many people asked for the No, it's not dumb. The dung beetle, the sacred scarab beetle, basically, is what it's called in game, but it is a dung beetle. Yeah. I mean, it has relevance in mythology of Egyptians, ancient Egyptians, and all that. And so I guess it was a little nod to that. But I would have loved a black mamba or a gaboon viper or yeah, we haven't had any DLC snakes. I don't know why that is. I'd love to see what Frontier could do with a snake at this point in the game. Yeah, so we got the Sacred Scarab Beetle. And we got the meerkat. The one animal so many people wanted. It was at the top of the wish list. And then it was added, and then Capybara took the spot. Then Capybara was added. And now it's the Tassie Devil. We're getting all our fan favourites now. So hopefully Tassie Devil's in the next pack. Fingers crossed. Yeah, so we got the meerkat. Probably the most iconic zoo animal aside from all the big ones. Unless you think red pandas are more famous, because I personally do. And an animal that was missing from our African savanna builds, the southern white rhinoceros. It was certainly missing from mine, and missing from a lot of others. And we finally got it, and it is as beautiful as the real thing. Look at that. Absolutely sensational. And off she goes. Is it a she? Yep. One of people's favourite canids, the fennec fox. the smallest canid in the world, and certainly one that was asked for. They've got really large ears too. I've seen fennec foxes in real life, and they are just as cute as they are in the game. And they are a really good representation of the Sahara region of Africa. And yeah, it's certainly an asked for animal that we finally got. One that I personally asked for was the African penguin, because I have a soft spot for the banded penguins, and I'd already spent hours of my time recreating the Maryland Zoo African penguin habitat, so them being added was very convenient, and I really appreciated it. I guess it was just a strike of pure luck for me that I was already building an African penguin thing when these things were added. Yeah, oh look at him going there. Oh, there's fish here. Why's there fish here? Now on to the Europe pack. Adding in some fan favourites of the European continent. So, European badger being one of them, with that iconic black and white face and the grey coloration. Certainly one that was a surprise to most. The fallow deer was a real surprise for me. I was really not expecting it. I was expecting red deer first, but we got it after as an anniversary animal. But we got the European fallow deer, and they are a deer I've probably seen the most in my life. And yeah, it's one of the prettiest animals too. Like, deer are just known for being majestic and just really pretty animals to look at. Look at them all. So nice. Now, I did have a color variant one in here. I think this is it. No. Where is it? There was like the Manil. I think that's what it was called. Menil. There's one of the does has it. Just trying to find which one, because I haven't exactly identified which one it is. I'll probably spot it. Spot it. This must be it. Yeah, it is. Okay. So I guess this just means it's a bit paler than the others. I guess that's it then. Yep. Moving on up the mountain, we have the Alpine Ibex. Fan favorite from Zoo Tycoon 2 and 1, I think. Yeah, definitely a majestic animal, and one I was certainly expecting for the Europe pack. It is just a very iconic animal of Europe. Those massive horns on the males, and we also got a climbing mountain for them, which allows them to show off those amazing horns. And just something I'd like to point out, every DLC has its own unique identity. While building this, I saw how different each DLC is with the different scenery and just different. It was amazing just to see how far we've come and what kind of variation we have. Absolutely amazing. Now I'm looking for our Eurasian lynx. Oh, there's one. Thought there was one up there for a second. If I can get it. There she, or he is. Yep, he. Yep, the lynx was our first truly small cat. With its stubby little tail and tufted ears. Would it be the first we see tufted ears like that? Oh, well, okay, no. Like, it is the first, but wouldn't be the last, I meant to say. Moving on to the second last scenery pack of the video. We'll go to the animal packs in a sec. How long have we been going? Just, okay, 19 minutes. Okay, this is not going to be a video that's way too long. We have the siamang. Now, I know people complain about the brachiation. I personally don't, but I'm just glad we finally got a gibbon. And what better than the most unique of them? The one that has the... awesome goulash sacs under on their throats that expands to amplify their calls. And if we were to get future gibbons, they just have to remove that basically. And yeah, people are still asking for the La gibbon, and I do see a world where we get it. Probably in the tropical rainforest pack, or jungle lands pack, however you would like to call it. We'll get it eventually. The headliner of this pack, the Przewalski's horse, a very requested animal back in the day, and we finally got this. The conservation pack was certainly a really good one for getting some of those fan favorite animals that people have been wanting for a long time. Przewalski's horse we have wanted since release. Like, it was a surefire for the Grasslands biome. And it is now, because we finally got it. And it is the first equine since the zebra. Well, the plain zebra. And hopefully with more to come. Because I would love to see more equine varieties. Whether it be another zebra or some kind of wild donkey. Oh, I love how many horse behaviors the Przewalski's horse possesses. Like, yeah, it really just speaks wild horse. And it is the last of the wild horses. And I guess that really sells the conservation aspect of the pack. Some of these animals were almost extinct in the wild, are nearing extinction. Some that had to be brought back from extinction in the wild. And the next one, the Amur leopard. This is also max size, so just in case you wondered why is he so large in comparison to the surrounding area. I saw him when I put him in the zoo today, and yeah, I was just like, oh my god, he's the size of a tiger. Yeah, but the Amur leopard is almost gone in the wild. Zoos may be the last place you could ever see one, because they are down to the 20s. That is as little as we've gotten. And an animal that you might be surprised is highly endangered, the axolotl. I did manage to get a pink one. Oh wait, that's not a pink one. Hey, show me the pink one. There we go. Yeah, axolotls, they are very endangered in the wild. There are so few left. It's insane. But they do really well in captivity, so all hope is not lost. That a population can be bred up and maybe released into cleaned up waterways where they can once again thrive. But the most unique animal in terms of its conservation status in the game has to be the scimitar horned oryx. It is the only animal in the game that is extinct in the wild. Which is, I mean, there are reintroduction efforts happening, of course. But the plight of animals these days really is hit home by this pack. If you research these animals and think about it, some of these animals could have been gone. We may never have seen them in the game. We may never even see them in real life. The scimitar horned oryx survived due to human efforts, and those human efforts continue today to protect more than just the scimitar horned oryx, but all these other species that are in this pack. The siamangs, the horses, the axolotls, and the leopards. When we put our mind to it, we can save species, and we really have to do that now. For their sake as well as for our own. Because without them, our planet would be not as perfect as it once was. We've already seen several extinctions. The dodo, the thylacine. Northern white rhinos only have 2 left, and they're both female. And it's down to the relentless poaching of the wild population. I mean, Sudan, the last male died of natural causes, but no animal's numbers should get that low that there is no way of returning them to their former size as a population. Anyway, on that somewhat somber tone, let's continue to the Twilight Pack. It's probably my least favorite pack, personally. I mean, we got fruit bats, like that is fantastic, and we got wombats. I love those 2 animals, but it was a perfect moment for the Tassie Devil to come in, and we didn't get it, and I was slightly disappointed. I mean, we did get one black and white animal, the striped skunk, but I do kind of wish it, when it escapes, it like sprays people. Because other than that, I don't know of too many other unique things about skunks that really make them too interesting, other than their spray, their unique defense mechanism. But that is just my personal opinion. Some people may really like the striped skunk. I'm just one of those people that doesn't really. Yeah. I mean, I certainly would have loved to see a skunk at some point in the game. And, I mean, spotted skunk maybe, but striped skunks are really iconic. And I guess this pack wasn't really meant to, like, give you animals that are scary. It's more animals that come out as crepuscular, that live in the twilight hours, despite the Halloween theme. If I was designing the pack, I probably would have gone for animals that, like, can be scary, or, like, have scary aspects, like Tassie Devils, with that, really, chilling roar, or growl that they have, the screech. But we got at least one marsupial, and the wombat is certainly one I really wanted, despite not having, good relations in the past with them. Because I was actually bitten by one. It was not nice. I was bitten on the finger. And yeah, wombats and I have not really had a good history. But since then we've had pretty good times, I guess. Yeah. I guess the past can come back to bite sometimes. Haha, bite. There we go. Red fox. Now, this is a very interesting animal, as it is the only fox out of the 3 that lives in burrows. And also has more variations than pretty much every other animal in the game, I think. Like, you've got the red one. You've got a silver one. You've got a white one. You got the piebald version. You've got the melanistic. You've got so many different versions. And coming to the last animal of the scenery packs, until the next one, the raccoon. Oh, jeez! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We need more of that. We need that with bears, polar bears. We need them to jump off rocks into the water. That's the first time I've seen an animal do that. Go, raccoon. Ooh. Oh, it's playing around with the fountain. Oh, and off it goes. Yeah. Masked bandits are certainly like little eyes in the dark. Raccoons certainly sell that. They are one animal that I did predict for a nocturnal pack. And I guess a twilight pack could be somewhat considered as that. But if we were to get a nocturnal animal pack, I would love to see that. Oh, these are the babies. Yeah, are they? I think so, yeah. Gotta be the babies, right? Yeah, they're really small, so they've gotta be. Yeah, like look at the owl here. Yeah, it's much bigger than. Hey. Okay. Let's go back round. Oh, sorry for the lag. It is a very big zoo, so. All right. Now for the animal packs. Here we go. Southeast Asia animal pack. One of my top 10. It is top tier. I love this pack. The music from the trailers really sold it for me. I love that taiko drumming. That is really cool. But it also gave us some really cool animals and some really well made ones. Yeah, mostly. And it was fixed though. So we got the Malaysian leaf insect, one of the only phasmids in the game. The only phasmid that is, yes. And outside of that, we got the brilliant habitat animals. We got the sun bear, the most unique bear in the game by far. Yeah, certainly looks it. And we got the hammock. I'd love to see more versions of the hammock added into the game so that we can perhaps see orangutans and other apes use it. Maybe more bears use the hammocks. And some of the other big cats use the hammock, because the clouded leopard does, and that is coming up later. Our only swimming primate, the web-footed, big-nosed, master of the mangroves, proboscis monkey. That one's sleeping. Yeah, it was certainly a very smart idea, and probably would have been my first choice after not getting a gibbon in the pack. Like if we weren't to get a gibbon in the Southeast Asia round pack, the proboscis monkey probably would have been my next pick. It is the next most unique primate from Asia, or Southeast Asia, that is. And yeah, I'm glad we've got it. They are found in pretty much one zoo outside their native range, I believe. And yeah, it was great to see them. And if there are there any swimming? Okay, not right now. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, so you can see that. You cannot like keep them from escaping with water moats. These guys swim very well. Oh, look at them all, like a big family. Got the females, the little babies, and the big males. All coming in. Yeah. Big family unit. Then next up, we've got the binturong. Oh, it's doing its prehensile tail hang. Yes! I've never seen it. Never seen this in the game before. Look at him. Just chilling. The only animal in the pack that needed to be fixed at the time. I'll go into the next one later. I mean, it's been a long time, so I guess you can't really hold it for too long until it becomes pointless. Oh, it's doing it again. There we go. Yeah, so the binturong did need to be fixed, because many people, including myself, really did not like the original design. I won't go into too much detail, but the binturong we have now is absolutely superb. And there's a little baby, Kadek. Aww. Yeah. If there are any future mishaps with animals that can be fixed before release, we need to use constructive criticism and not just yell at Frontier to get it done. Striped hyena had its face fixed, but that was due to constructive criticism and not just yelling at it. Not yelling at him. I mean, I know some people did, but yeah, constructive criticism is the way to go when you want to get something done. Okay, where are these clouded leopards? Where are they? Are they up here? I hear the Barbarossas next door, but where are the leopards? Wait, what? What? What happened to them? Are there none left? Did they die? No. Or did they just never make it to the enclosure? Or did I just never buy any? No, I'm pretty sure I did. Okay. That's strange. 2 secs while we get these clouded leopards back. Gee whiz. What happened there? Okay. They should be coming from that way, right? Yes, here we go. Ah, jeez, I had no idea while I was building this suit that the clouded leopards just disappeared. But here we go. Certainly one of most people's favourites from the pack. The clouded leopard. Iconic animal of Southeast Asia. This one in particular is okay. I was about to say, this one in particular is a two-headed clouded leopard. But yeah. So this is an iconic animal of Southeast Asia, and I'm glad we got it. It is a very pretty looking cat. And if you've seen those looking animations before, that is because the lynx, the clouded leopard, and the caracal all share the same rig. And I think even the jaguar has the same as well. I think they all might have the same sort of rig of animations. And clouded leopard somewhat walks different. Like, it has its own sort of, it has its own gait, let's say. Like, to blend with the model, that is. Okay, dolls. The Asuri dolls. It would be really cool to get a, white-bellied version. So, like a winter coat, version of the Asuri doll. But, it's probably not going to happen. But we do have the regular tropical doll. The tropical version. And that's got to be, that should be good enough, right, guys? Like, if Frontier chooses to, they will, I guess. Yeah. One of the most unique canids in the game, as they are not in the genus of Canis. They are Quan alpinus. North Sulawesi babirusa was not in my original concept, actually. My original concept was actually pretty close to the pack that we eventually got. So I had sun bear, I had clouded leopard, I had Malayan tapir, I had Binturong. The other ones I had were king cobra for the exhibit, lar gibbon, barking deer, don't know why, and false gharial. I'm still fine for that false gharial, no matter what. We need it. At least I say I need it. It's my favourite crocodilian. And that's just where it all started there. And Malayan tapir. And I do agree that it does need a little bit of a tweak to make it look more like a real Malayan tapir rather than a reskinned Baird's. Because it even has the mole on the side. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's the animation from the trailer. Now moving on to the next animal pack, North America. So we got the American bullfrog in here. Where is he? Yeah, I'm really sorry about the lag. That can't be helped. Oh, okay, don't want to be looking there. Yeah, there he is. Hello, buddy. Then we have the North American beaver. With one swimming underwater. Yeah. My North America pack came even closer. My idea for it. Because I put down North American beaver, moose, cougar, California sea lion, and American alligator. Some people thought I was jumping the shark a bit for including the California sea lion, but I was not, and we got it. I was so proud of myself that I got most of it right. The other two animals were a bit lackluster that I included, so the roadrunner and I think it was sea otter. I included those two. They didn't come into the game, but I'm glad we got the roster that we did. I was mostly right with it. And I'm so glad we got the American alligator too. Oh, look at it. I've never seen that animation. Is that for the fish feeder, or is it just for something else? Yeah. Well, you got the American alligator, certainly the most requested crocodilian at the time, other than the Nile crocodile. But American alligator was certainly requested, and we got it, and I am so glad we did, because I needed it for my zoos. Because, let's be honest, you can only use the saltwater crocodile for so long. Oh, we're going to get the float animation. Yes, yes, please. Is he going to do it? Oh, yes, please. Oh, it's going to do it. It's going to do it. Going to do it. Come on. You know you want to. Yes. There we go. I love that sound. I love how many animals get to use the platform float and the different animations that we have for it. And I love that they added such cool sounds for the alligator. Alligators have some of the coolest sounds in nature. They really do. The majestic moose. These are all the females. Where's the male? Oh, here he is. Massive antlers. Look at you. Big boy. Yep, so we got the moose. Then we have the prairie dogs. An animal that I never thought we needed, but we actually did, because it is another animal from the prairies of America that we did not have yet. And I'm glad we got it. Another little burrowing animal. Oh, I love how this animation... Oh, look at him. They're so cute. Little... Oh, yeah. I just realized another revelation that happened with the North America Animal Pack. We got 2 rodents in the one pack, and they were the 2 first rodents we ever got in the game. So, a little fun fact for you there. We also have the Arctic fox. An animal certainly missing from the Arctic pack. But this one has a special benefit of having a really cool animation, which I haven't managed to catch in game before. I don't believe. So I don't think I should dwell too long trying to catch it here. Oh, there's one. I would love to see it happen. Just go find another Arctic fox that's moving around along the snow. Yeah, it's a very pretty animal. Really is. Look at him. Pure white. I do wish you had a summer variant too. We do have a grey one. But the summer variant is what we really need. Like, if you want to keep Arctic foxes in hotter weather, they're gonna need that summer variant. Oh. I was just playing around in the box. Oh, and the box is gone. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I should dwell too long waiting for the animation to happen. Because it probably won't. It is quite unlikely, let's say. Okay, I can see all 4 of them. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we're getting it right now. Second last animal of the pack. The cougar. Got one of them in here. Really elusive cats they are in the wild. Very hard to come by. Let's see if we can find the other one. It's out and about. Oh, here we are. There you go. The mountain lion. Certainly a requested cat species for a time. And we did get it eventually, which was brilliant. And they are one of the best cats you can have in the game because they cover so many different biomes. Yeah. Oh, we've been going for 45 minutes. Oh dear. This is going to be an hour-long video celebrating the DLCs. I probably should have cut it into. California Sea Lion, my personal favourite of the pinnipeds in the game. I'm just going to try and pick up the pace now. Now, I did get one of the grey males as well. Wherever he be. Out of sight, let's say. Unless that's him down there. If I can click on him. Yep, that's George. Okay. Wetlands. Wild water buffalo. Yeah, a really cool bovine, and the first since the game's release. I mean, outside of antelope, that is. Although, we didn't get any new antelope, so this is the first pack since launch that added more bovines. Spectacled caiman. Another member of the alligator family. Oh, there is one in the water, good. Oh, there's a couple in the water. I was worried for a second I wasn't going to be able to find any. Oh, there are some all through it. Okay. Platypus. A very unique animal for the game. The only egg-laying mammal, aside from the echidna in the world. There are none out, are there? Oh, no, there is one. They're as hard to find in Planet Zoo as they are in real life. Yeah. Another iconic Australian animal that we finally got. And it was certainly worth it. Nile Lechwe. Probably an animal that not many people are really asking for, but it is an antelope that I had found out quite recently in terms of when the pack came out. And I was actually really excited about it. It is a very cool looking antelope. And it shares the fallow deer rig, which is probably making it the most unique of the antelopes. The star of the pack, a capybara. Yeah, utilizing some hot water taps, and just being overall very cute. Now, we've got a lot of them in here. Biggest rodent in the world. Probably biggest habitat out of all the animals in the pack. And they can also deep dive. So that's something. Red crown crane. A very elegant and majestic bird. And, yeah, I guess we were long overdue for a bird. Since the Africa pack, which gave us the African penguin. So, and we got another black and white bird. And lastly, the Asian small-clawed otter. Oh, I love them. Yeah, certainly the otter that everyone wanted, because they are the cutest little things in game. Definitely, they are probably the cutest animal in the game. Look at them! Look at their little innocent faces. Oh, they're so precious. And okay, now I didn't finish this before I started recording, mostly because it would take me ages to fill the wildebeest habitat with enough grass and the main wolf habitat. But we move on to the Grasslands Animal Pack, the most recent pack, and now you're basically up to date. So let's try and find our 9-banded armadillos, wherever they be. They're in the burrow? They're both in the burrow. Okay, so very detailed armadillos. I predicted these guys too. I just didn't think we were actually going to get them. Yeah, so I imagine that we would get the emu, the armadillo, and the main wolf in my original concept for the Grasslands Animal Pack. And I'm so glad I was right about those three, because I wasn't right about all the others. And speaking of emus, the second Australian bird, and Australia's largest bird too. And we finally got an animal that we can put with the red kangaroo, as well as their neighbour, the red-necked wallaby. Yeah, Australia really got well done in 2023 with 4 new animals for the continent. Also, I just love how I built this particular area because it looks like a real zoo. Like you can look down the hill and you see all the other habitats and sometimes all the other animals. Speaking of other animals, we have blue wildebeest. I am sort of disappointed in myself that I didn't actually include it in my original idea because, of course, they were going to be in the Grasslands Animal Pack. They represent every grassland in Africa. So I'm so glad Frontier thought that way and added it. And it really shapes up to the black wildebeest, doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, if Frontier decided to update the textures of many of the base game animals, black wildebeest and blue wildebeest would be neck and neck. Striped hyena. um, the only animal in the pack that people wanted a remodel for. I mean, not an entire remodel, but the face. Give it a facelift. And it's certainly got one, and it is now a lot better looking than the spotted hyena and its original version. And we fought the right way to get the striped hyena to look the part. Because before, it looked more like a dog than a hyena. And now it looks as unique as it should. Yeah, absolutely amazing. And possibly the most highlighted animal of the pack, the maned wolf. Hell yes. I watched a reaction video to the trailer by another Planet Zoo YouTuber called Old Country. Definitely go check him out. He makes incredible videos. I saw his reactions to the maned wolf, and it was pretty much the same as mine. Like, yes! Like screaming with joy. Because, yeah, everyone was so happy that we finally got it. An absolutely sensational animal. Yeah. Giving Old Country a shout out, even though he's got more subs than me. Yeah. How does that work exactly? Are the more subscribed YouTubers meant to give the smaller channels shout outs, or are small channels able to give big ones a shout out? I don't know. I don't quite know how it works. But anyway, shout out. And the second last animal of the video, the caracal. Oh, look at I love those ear flicks. Yeah, I was really happy to see the caracal added as well. They have been one of my favorite cats in the world for a very long time. Due to the uniqueness, I probably would have picked the serval over it, but I didn't. In the end, I kept my mind open to the caracal, and we got it. And lastly, what the biggest surprise of the pack? Butterflies. 5 species of butterfly. If this technique can be carried over into more packs, oh boy, we could get so many exhibit animals in the next year. I've predicted, and others have predicted, maybe lorikeets and lories for the next pack, whether it be islands or what. Macaws even. Like, flying birds may not even need their own pack. We get them eventually. And flying animals have happened in the previous 2. And so, that is the entire history of Planet Zoo's DLC roster. Hope you enjoyed this overly long video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.